Buffalo Bills beat the Indianapolis Colts in this preseason week 1, and all the things that we saw and learned from this game for the 2023 Buffalo Bills. Welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. Are you kidding me right now? We got 2 series with this starting offensive line with Dion Dawkins, Connor McGovern, Mitch Morris, Osiris Torrance, the rookie, gets the start ahead of Ryan Bates. And then we have Spencer Brown. That starting offensive line demolished the Indianapolis Colts. We were able to run it down their throats. James Cook scoring and thrashing his way through that defense, which is absolutely huge to see, as well as our rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid, getting involved in run blocking. He's a willing blocker, and I think once we show you the game film study review, you're going to see Dalton Kincaid definitely contributing to that run blocking. Osiris Torrance is a beast in run blocking, guys. I saw him take on multiple blocks. He had a heck of an outing for Bills Mafia. And I love the fact that Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills and Ken Dorsey, we are sticking with the run, especially early in the preseason. They mentioned we're not game planning versus the Indianapolis Colts, but what we did, we went out there with a plan to run the ball. I know we did pass it, right? And a lot of people are getting on Kyle Allen right now, saying that Matt Barkley is better than Kyle Allen. Well, I think we still need to wait a little bit. You know, Kyle Allen really hasn't had much game experience the past several seasons, and I really think he had a lot of rust to shake off. And he definitely has a lively arm, you know, but being out there too, going against really top-notch talent against the Indianapolis Colts, Kyle Allen was really going against the Colts starters, right, and second string a little bit later. Matt Barkley was going against third string guys that are fighting to make it in the NFL. So it's a little bit different. I don't want to discount Matt Barkley's outing. Matt Bitcoin Barkley balling out of control for Bills Mafia, only 1 incomplete pass. So it's definitely a great thing to see. But Kyle Allen, now a lot of people are down on Kyle Allen. And I'm just saying, give him a little bit more time to get used to this offense. Give him a couple more preseason games to see where he's ultimately at. And at times, you know, some of our players definitely let Kyle Allen down. You know, again, only 2 series Kyle Allen had with this starting offensive line. And really, the second series was 3 plays. 1 was called back for holding, and they were all runs, right? So Kyle Allen really only made a couple passes with that starting offensive line. And the 1 pass he did make, which would have been a first down, Khalil Shakir would have dropped it. It did drop it. So it just didn't, the stars didn't align for that first 2 series for Kyle Allen. And then we had our second string offensive line in there, which is kind of interesting to see the players that we had. David Edwards actually got the start on second string at left guard. Ryan Bates came in at center. So those are some other things that we're eyeing up. Brandon Shell came in too at right tackle. So it's Van Denmark too, I believe, was in at left tackle for the Bills. So very interesting to see the second offensive line, the depth players on this offensive line for Bills Mafia. And what really Matt Barkley had to deal with, or Kyle Allen really had to deal with behind him. But I really am loving Sean McDermott calling plays on defense too. We've definitely already seen some changes here in the preseason. We're already seeing some aggression dictating to opposing teams. And I really think that's what this season's all about. Like, we want to dictate to the opposing team. Like, if we're on offense, we want to dictate to the defense, right? If we're on defense, we want our defense dictating to the offense, forcing the offense into what we want them to do. So I really think Sean McDermott calling blitz, scheming things up is absolutely huge. And the other thing a lot of people are getting on the Bills about right here is Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson wasn't out there very long because he got that interception. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it doesn't matter if Elam was out there or Benford was out there. Whoever was out there would have gotten that interception. And then that's totally so far from the truth. Dane Jackson put himself in that position. If you look at that play, Richardson pump faked, right, and then threw it. The ball did sail a little bit, but Dane Jackson was right. It was in the right spot at the right time. And to say that Kyer Elam would have been there or Christian Benford would have been there is an absolute disgrace. Dane Jackson, to me, is clearly the number 2 CB in Buffalo right now until we see more from Kyer Elam, Christian Benford. You know, I'm absolutely loving Dane Jackson, opposite of Trey White. Plus, he's been here a while. It makes all the sense in the world for Dane Jackson. A lot of people were wondering why Matt Milano was out there in this defense, right? But I really love what we saw here from Tyrel Dotson and also Matt Milano working together. The communication was there, you know, never out of place, right? They were never out of position. Yes, they maybe didn't make all the plays that they should have, especially in pass coverage, you know, but I really believe they're just going to continue to improve. And we really didn't give up much against the run. So that's pretty good. And then you consider the defensive tackles that we had out there. I mean, we did good against the run, even with Ed Oliver and Tim Settle being out there. It's not like we had Daquan Jones, right? Poona Ford, you know, definitely immovable. He's smaller in size, but I could definitely see how he wins being low to the ground, winning that leverage game up front. But still, he's not a Jordan Phillips. He's not a Daquan Jones. He doesn't have that long reach, but can definitely block things up in those running lanes. So I think the defense overall did very, very well. Seeing Micah Hyde fly around out there, make plays. Our guy Damar Hamlin getting over the craziest thing any NFL player has ever had to overcome in the NFL, and he's doing it. It's unbelievable to watch. I just love this. And one other thing I want to talk about too, regarding Dorian Williams, the rookie linebacker, I think he did fairly well too. Clearly a pass coverage type, speedy linebacker. Once he learns the game, he's going to be destructive. You know, he made plays. He was flying around the ball, making tackles. And another point too is Ciaran Neal. I saw Bills Mafia trashing on Ciaran Neal. Keep in mind, Cam Lewis banged up. Taron Johnson, a starter, didn't want to risk losing another nickel CB. Taylor Rapp, brand new to the nickel position for the Bills, playing safety, nickel, and also hybrid linebacker. He's got so much on his plate. Sean McDermott opted to start Ciaran Neal at the nickel spot, who Ciaran Neal could also flex outside in an emergency and play CB2 or 1 if we even needed him. So a lot of people trashing on Ciaran Neal, his special teams ability, his ability to play nickel, ability to play on the outside. There is so much value to that, and I don't think he did too bad, to be honest, you know. I think obviously he could have done better, but he didn't do too bad. You know, I think there's a lot of good things that came from this game. The concerns, maybe the penalties, you know, just cleaning some things up. We have to continue to improve, right? There's always things to improve on, but just cleaning some things up. Super impressed with our rookies. Super impressed with the details and the scheme offensively, defensively. Just balling out of control for 2023. If you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really, really appreciate it. You hit like, subscribe for future content. Go Bills.